Okay, so surface area of prisms. So the sum of all the areas of the surfaces or faces of a three-dimensional shape is the surface area. So there's two different, there's lateral and then there's total surface area. So lateral surface area is just those faces or the sides. Think about if you are looking around the room that you're in, the walls would be your lateral surface area, and then your floor and your ceiling would be your bases. So like lateral surface area would be just adding all of your walls up. Total would be all of your walls plus the floor and the ceiling. So today we're just going to do lateral, and the formula is S equals capital P H, which means lateral surface area equals the perimeter of the base times the height. Capital B stands for the perimeter of the base, where we add all the sides together. And the area of the base, that's for total, so we'll just leave that for right now. So example 1, find the surface area of the rectangular prism. So the rectangles are kind of tricky. Unless it tells you, which on word problems it'll usually tell you what the base actually is. For today, I'm just gonna say the bottom will be our base always. So what that means is, since I'm doing lateral, I need to find the perimeter of my base first. So since I know one side length is 4 on my base, the other's 3, that means my other two sides will also be 4 and 3. So the perimeter 4 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3. So we should get 14. And now the height, so the side between these two bases, how tall it is. In this case is 2. So we're going to multiply that 14 by 2, and we should get 28. So 28 meters squared. Squared since we're talking about area. So number 1, like I said, just to make it a little bit easier on us today, let's just make the bottom our base. So bottom and top, it's our base. So the formula, perimeter of the base times the height. So since my base, the two side lengths on my base include 3 and 7, that means my other two sides are 3 and 7. So 7 plus 7 plus 3 plus 3. So that should give me 20. So the perimeter of my base is 20, and then the height of the whole prism, which is 3. So 20 times 3 gives me 60 centimeters squared. Number 2, again, we'll say this large bottom part is our base. So S equals the perimeter of the base times the height. So my perimeter, since I know my side lengths are 8 and 10, that means my other two side lengths are 8 and 10 since we're dealing with a rectangle. So 10 plus 10 plus 8 plus 8. So all together 36. And we want to multiply that by the space in between those two bases, which is measured at 2. So 36 times 2. 72 inches squared. On number 3, we've got a triangular prism. So that means that word tells you what your base is. Triangular prism, so the triangles are my bases. And we're just finding the perimeter of one. We don't need to add them together or anything like that. Just find the perimeter of the one base. So perimeter of the base times the height. Triangle, since I'm finding the perimeter, I'm just adding the 3 sides together. And in that case, a lot of people have had trouble with that today. Just look at your triangle. That's all you're looking at. So just look at that triangle and those 3 sides for that. So 6 plus 8 plus 10. So we've got 24. And then my height. So the height's still between your two bases, that length between your two bases. So in this case, 6.4. So 24 times 6.4. So 24 times 6.4 gives me 153.6 millimeters squared. Then same thing over here, another triangular prism. So I'm going to shade in my triangles just as a reminder that those are my bases. And I want to find the perimeter of that base. So perimeter is going to equal, let's see our three sides. We've got 8, 15, and they gave the measurement for this slanted side, this hypotenuse over here, which is 17. That means that'll be the same measurement over here. Those are going to be congruent. So 8 plus 15 plus 17. Get 40. And then plug that into your formula. 40 times the height of the prism. So that space between the two bases, and that is 9. So 40 times 9 gives me 360 millimeters squared. So on your homework page that's attached to this, just do the lateral surface area. So just for today, I know it probably says do both, but for this page, this day 1, we're just doing the lateral. Okay, so you're just using that formula.